And I believe we do have some public comment on matters not on today's agenda. And this is the time, and Ms. Contreras.
Chair Hartman, we have one public comment speaker, Mr. Frank Peters.
Good morning, Madam Chair, SBCAG board members. My name is Frank Peters. I'm with the Santa Barbara Bike Coalition. It's often said that the best thing we can do is to get our elected officials out for a ride. So last month during cycleMAYnia, I organized rides with Mayor Murillo, Mayor Richardson, and Mayor Shaw. And a good time was had by all. I was. And I learned two things I wanted to share. One is stop for lunch. And all the bike rides I've organized, I never stopped for lunch. People love that. The community of breaking bread was something I learned this time around. But number two, probably more important, was I've got to plan well in advance if I want to engage you in these rides. You have busy schedules. So, for example, Mayor Murillo and I started coordinating in April such that May 1 we had a plan, a ride, and a proclamation. Next year I plan to start working early and potentially engage more of you in bike rides in your district. Now, speaking of advanced planning, I put one of these on your desk there. May I draw your attention to it? Last September, I organized a 5-day trip to Portland, and that included members of SB Bike, Traffic Solutions, and Santa Barbara Mayor Pro Tem Dominguez. The goal was to learn best practices from our peers in bicycle advocacy, ride their bike share bikes, experience their excellent infrastructure, and meet with their city transportation staff. It turned out to be a smash success. Because it was 5 days, it was also expensive, though. After we returned, I heard from Goleta Councilman Kyle Richards. He was disappointed that he didn't get invited. I felt terrible. So this year, we're organizing a 2-day trip to Santa Monica. The objective will be the same: ride the bike share, the infrastructure, meet our peers in bicycle advocacy, and learn from their transportation staffers. Because it's not that far away and the cost will be low, I'm hoping to include a wider audience this time around. Perhaps some of you care to join us. So take a look at the flyer, bring it back to your district perhaps, and perhaps should nominate someone to join us. Mark your calendar, October 12th and 13th. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'd like to note that I saw Mayor Murillo with a suntan, and I saw Mayor Richardson on the front page of the Santa Ynez Valley News leading a big pack of cyclists, and very impressive.
Thank you.
I have to admit, it was stressful. I hadn't ridden a bicycle, I think I said, since I got a driver's license. and I cheated. I had an electric bike, so it made it a whole lot easier.
Looked like a lot of fun.
It was. I did have a wonderful time.
But it's even lower carbon than your Volt that you drive, Mayor Richardson, so that's even more awesome.
Okay.